Yo, this your girl DW Says.
Hey, it's your girl Liv.
And we are The Says. We'll bring you the latest trending news and, you know, the raw discussion.
Yes, back again.
Yeah. Can you hear?
I can hear.
All right, cool. Making sure the levels sound good. Just gotta check, man.
Perfecto. I know that we missed y'all last week, and we truly apologize for that. But we are back and ready this week, and I know that there's so much.
Do we apologize for being busy?
I mean, because you make time for the things that you want, right?
I'm fucking tired. I love doing the show, but a BI be tired. That's all I'm saying. I gotta get my 8 hours. I'm cool with a little 5, but I prefer the 8 if you don't want me to be as nasty with the attitude. You feel me? But,
so what does the 8 hours get you?
What do you mean?
With the attitude.
You get the videos on me, you know, jigging and stuff on the Insta stories. That's what you get when I get a good sleep. But anyway, man, listen, we got a dope show in store for you guys. You know what I'm saying? We do have a returning guest. We told y'all he was coming back.
We came back strong this week to make up for last week.
Yeah, ever since he been on the last episode, he's just been sending me toxic shit. We gonna call him the Toxic King.
Us.
He's very toxic. Very toxic. But I don't think he just be meaning that shit. I think it be for shock value, but we gonna see. Because we brought a straight leg. We lesbians, so we can't really, you know, fight the cause. So we had to go bring a heterosexual, what y'all call them now, a cis woman.
Oh my God.
To, you know, battle this cis man. All right, why do they call straight men cis men? No offensive when I say don't do that. No, but I'm just saying we had to get a heterosexual to battle this out. It's called the Great Debate. It's really what it is. Because it's like
what, Am?
He be hearing me, but he don't be hearing me because I'm me.
So did you bring Mac on to get his point of view and to hear her point of view? As far as like
why did you just say his name? But I didn't even introduce him yet.
You said a reoccurring guest. Everybody knows he's a reoccurring guest.
Oh my goodness. With that being said, man, we got 2 special guests coming up. You know what I'm saying? You zoomed out? Did you zoom out? Please zoom out. We got 2 special guests. We got Mac, Project X Mac. Is Project X Mac?
Project Mac.
I'm sorry, but it got an X in it, so I didn't lie, right? Instead of the C, it's an X. But yeah, there you go. And we got. You wanna rally it up?
You said you were running the show. We got April in the house.
This is why it's called the Great Debate. It's smoke already, as you can see.
I mean, anybody who's been following us, Amber, knows that it's always smoke with you and on the podcast.
Goodness.
Where's that button you like to hit?
That ain't it. Anyway, man, we got a special guest. We got Mac and April joining us for the Great Debate.
Yes.
And it's really not a great debate. It's just topics, you know what I'm saying, that we just want to talk on.
We just want to have organic conversation and just let it go with the flow.
And see what the smoke is.
So, y'all already know who Mac is, so we're going to start off by introducing my girl, April. Mm-hmm. Everybody, do you mind, April? This is April. She's from Detroit. She
can tell it. April, introduce yourself.
Hi, I am April.
No, don't turn the. You got to talk in the mic. You can talk to. Yeah, talking to the mic.
Hi, I'm April. I am from Detroit. I've been in LA for about 10 years so far. I work in PR, entertainment, lifestyle, freelance, and I'm currently working at Warner Brothers. So I'm excited for the Great Debate and to hear what Mac has to say.
Well, I'm more interested in what do you do for Warner Brothers? Do y'all are you hiring over there? What y'all got going on?
Yes, we are actually hiring. I work in public relations and integrated comms.
Y'all need any camera work and shit done?
I work in gaming, so it's more like production and artistry and writing. But I'm sure.
Y'all need trainers up there?
Move the mic closer.
Ask if they need trainers.
No, as far as, freelance services.
I don't know. It's hard for me to see because you got them glasses on. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. But I'm sure somebody at Warner Brothers probably does need some training.
Yeah. Pull it down. Not like we can. Yeah, like that. There you go. Talking. Thank you. But Mac, I think that was a shot.
Okay. Before we even just start going neck for neck, can we just have
I didn't catch that.
It wasn't a shot.
Yeah, just like everybody, y'all already know who Mac is.
Why you got them glasses on?
He's been on numerous times. Trainer, celebrity trainer. Let's put that out there. Big body celebrity trainer Mac hosts his own personal classes. Back in the building. Didn't we do our first episode with him for the year? Was it Mac or was it Shy?
It was Shy.
So Mac was the second episode.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, right? And he's back already, y'all. Back already. You got in a hoop earring? Okay, I love it.
Y'all can't even see. Okay, it's cute.
That hoop's bigger than mine. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I got some hoop earrings in too. Why is your hoop bigger than mine?
I
don't worry
appreciate the hoop.
Look,
Like
I ain't-
Tupac, you know, they all.
I ain't worried about that.
Don't worry about that.
Anyway, I'm just saying. I got things. You got. I like that you got the twist instead of the braids because I had tweeted something, but I ain't gonna talk
I
about
can
that.
get with the hoop. I can't get with the dangle quite.
With the cross, the dangle cross, it's cute on some people.
It's hard for me.
It's cute on
hard.
some
You ain't
people.
feeling it?
You got a dangle cross hanging off your hoop?
Was that
No,
next?
I can do the hoop. I can deal with the hoop.
I
The
feel
dangle is
the little cross and it just got like the hook and it just dangle. I feel
I
that.
feel like people can do what they want.
I ain't
It's
got
just
that.
Personally hard.
Yeah. I feel you. They
I
be
keep it
saying that
simple.
too.
You know what I'm saying? I keep it simple.
Yeah.
So-
Raise the mic up a little bit.
So nonetheless, how y'all been? Like April, how was your week? What's been going on with you?
You know what? My week is good. My week was good. Actually, my week wasn't that good. I went to Michigan State, and what happened at Michigan State, if you guys don't know, there
Oh
was a
yeah,
shooting.
you were
Talk
there.
about it.
No, I went there. My sister is a professor there, and it impacted me way more than I expected it to. It was severely upsetting because I remember feeling so safe on campus. So, like, just thinking about the people who lost their lives and how they probably felt, how they have to feel going to campus every day after that kind of messed me up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That kind of ruined my week a little bit, but other than that, it's cool. I had a long weekend, so that was
Well,
nice.
I'm
How's your
sorry you
sister?
went through that. I'm sorry, but we're here to turn you up a little bit. We're here to make you good spirits. We don't because we gonna change this. I felt the voice crack a little bit. You know, we trying to
That
make you
shit
feel
was
good.
It is
It
tragic.
is tragic.
Misfortunate situation.
But if you watch anything, if you ever watched any other podcast, what did I say on your episode?
Amber doesn't like to talk about anything serious.
I really
she
don't.
don't
I
talk
really,
about politics.
I really don't
Mac
because it
brought
just
up Ukraine.
I saw that.
We all know what's going on there, but we won't talk
Yeah,
about it
yeah,
right
I
now.
just-
Yeah,
just-
no, that was
Only
that was
bullshit
my,
here.
That was my honesty.
yeah. I feel you. I respect.
That-
But we're here to cheer you
That was
up, man.
bullshit too.
Mac, how
We're
was
here to
your
make
week?
you laugh.
I mean, it's good. You know, we had the podcast episode last night. That
Nice.
We filmed. Just been working, man. Regular stuff.
Regular stuff.
Making it
Right?
shake. I know
You ain't
that's
tired
right.
of working? I'm low key tired.
I'm tired of work.
I'm only 30,
I know y'all
31.
tired
I'm
of
tired. I don't know, baby. The Army put
that's
a
a
little
man
10
thing.
years
Yeah,
on
we
you.
can't. We don't have the luxury of feeling tired of working.
What? Says who?
You know what?
Says men.
Says men. You know, okay. Actually, to back that up,
I agree with that.
I'm like, are we gonna debate this?
to actually echo that, I went today and I went today to see a new therapist, right? And he's a man, and basically what he said, what Max said. So I have to agree. He's like, you know, you can never get tired of working. Like it's instilled in you. It is what we as people know to do, whether you're like an entrepreneur, you're clocking in every day and then going home and chilling. It's just what we know to do when we wake up is to work.
It's crazy you got a male therapist, though. I would
He's
just want
gay.
a female. It's cool, too, but I just want a woman that can resonate with me.
Well, I asked for a woman and they said they didn't have any.
Yeah, it's like me going to the doctor and a male just in my coochie. I prefer a woman. That's all.
I've had a male.
Hell no, I had horrible experiences with male. Like them,
Really? They're rough on
I got
you?
out the military at a 90%. A fucking male went and saw it. He dropped my shit down and said he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, stupid bitch. And I went and talked to a fucking female,
Are
and
you
she
talking
got
about
my
for
shit.
therapy or for gynecologist?
Just gynecologists. Not gynecologists. Just any health
Just
shit.
anything.
Like, cause they understand. You know, the men don't be understanding the pain. They be like, "Oh, get over that shit."
Okay.
I got horrible
you.
cramps. I got horrible cramps.
Yeah.
And until this day, you know, men be like, "You've been going through that shit for 30 years. You ain't used to it." No, bitch. Why you think I'm used to it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But yeah, shit like that. That's why they made me just say that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Back to the bullshit.
Back to
Y'all like male
Back to the
therapy? You
bullshit.
would prefer a male therapist?
I didn't
or-
say therapist. I've had good male gynecologists.
Oh yeah, but therapist though.
So this is actually my first time, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be very honest. Like, really committing to a therapist. And I told myself I'm gonna give him 5 rounds, and if it doesn't feel like it's for me, I'm gonna go. You know, I'm gonna
That's fair.
source out other places. But as of right now, I was like, okay, he's a part of the family. They didn't have a female therapist, I gotta go with what my insurance pays. Okay,
Is he black?
Therapy is no, he is white. And actually, today, can I just have a second?
I'm not racist.
So the therapy session was supposed to be 50 minutes long. He probably spent about 30 minutes telling me about himself. I know his entire background.
Damn.
Well, that's
I was
what they
like,
supposed to
"Dang,
do to
bro."
make you
This is
comfortable.
the first one though.
This is the second one.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
But the first one I was late to, so I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give him that.
You got time.
I got time. He got 3 more sessions out of me. And then after that, we're going to see how we feel.
That's great that you're going to therapy, though.
I think it's important.
Shout out to the people going to get their mental right. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's important. And even for people who like don't necessarily feel like there's something wrong with their mental, just being able to talk to people outside of your circle, it's actually really beneficial for you, right? Like I truly say that sometimes I don't want to pour into my friends because I know that my friends are also going through things too, right? And it's not fair for me to continuously pour into them my problems while they're still dealing with their own shit. Yes, it's good to like talk to them every once in a while. Of course, those are your girlfriends, but like sometimes they need a break too.
Definitely.
Anyway, not anyway for that.
Yes, off that back
that
to the
kind of
bullshit.
got serious.
Sorry, back to the bullshit.
Here for the
Mac
bullshit.
Checked out.
Right.
I'm pro therapy.
Yeah, what?
I'm pro therapy.
What's up? Yeah, Art, what's going on, bro? Why you just checked out when
Are
you brought
you
up
like
therapy?
one of those
No,
people,
no.
Mac,
Are you
who, like,
anti-therapy?
No.
Because I told my dad, and my dad is like, you know, he's old school, traditional. Black people don't go to therapy, do all this other bullshit. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, we a new day and age. We're here for it.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people who just feel like you shouldn't go to therapy? It's a waste of time?
Nah. I think if you got some shit on your mind, you know, you got to get that out. Talk to somebody that's professional in that field.
I notice a lot of men
support it.
are starting
Have you been
to.
therapy?
Yeah.
I notice a lot of men who don't go to therapy. They have like their own little group chat where they check in with each other and stuff like that. So I
have
notice
that too.
I notice a lot of dudes are starting to do that
Yeah.
if they don't. So it's cool. They
So
they
you
got
have like a
account-
bro circle.
Yeah, we have I'm in the men's group. We meet every so often because everybody be busy. But yeah, we meet on Sundays and we just talk about, you know, things that's on our mind and stuff like that.
That's good.
Yeah. Cry if you need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good.
You shouldn't cry in front of your girl, right?
That's the appropriate place to cry at.
Because you shouldn't cry in front of your
Wait,
partner.
wait.
Really?
Wait.
Yeah.
Bring the mic closer to you.
Y'all be crying in there?
Of course. Yeah.
But you don't cry in front of your partner?
Nah. It's not in your best interest as a man.
Yeah, elaborate on that
Why?
though. Come on, like why do you feel like you wouldn't cry? Like what does that make you like? So
April,
if a family
your
member
boyfriend
passed away,
cried in front of you, would you look at him as less as a
I've
man?
had boyfriends cry.
and you felt like he was less of a man,
No.
it depends on what he cried about though.
Oh, yes.
Okay, there you go. It matters what you're crying about, Mac.
Yeah. I mean, to me, but I would never express that. Like, I have friends that cry about things that I think are stupid. But, like, if my man cried about something, I would always appreciate the cry because a lot of people have that sentiment. But I think it's unfortunate that you can share intimate moments with a partner, but not intimate enough to feel safe crying. But you can cry with your boys.
Yeah. No, she got it. No, she's
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, like
I mean, you might have the wrong partner or need more therapy.
Nah, I just know, I understand women and how they operate. So
Some women.
most women,
The women you choose.
sure.
that's valid.
Actually valid.
That's
the
valid.
women you choose.
That's valid. Look like you got
Which
a
is fair.
bad pick of them.
That's fair.
Bad
I
pick
mean,
of
we
them.
can say this, but look, man.
I really want to talk about how you think, because you know we all you the youngest here. I'm gonna just say that, right? Yes, you are. We all look, you know, we here.
Yeah.
How you feel about Max saying, as a 25-year-old, you should be trying to be married? Your goal in
It was
life,
26.
by 25, 26, you should be married. But a dude could be around here 35, 40, balding, belly gut and all out here, and, you know, he still got time. You know what I'm saying? Because he the pick of the litter. But if you 30 plus and you ain't got nothing, you just damaged goods is basically
He
what
didn't
Max.
technically say damaged goods.
That's what I
just
heard.
said
She
that-
putting words in my mouth now.
He
That's
basically
what I
said
heard.
that when you turn 30, and when a woman gets in her 30s, her dating value goes down. He didn't say like who she is as a person goes down, but her
Right.
dating value goes down. Which I don't agree because I watched Stella Got Her Groove Back. I'm also in my
Liv,
30s.
that's a movie.
So it is real. It is real.
It's a lot of dudes, like dudes your age, they're like older women.
How old are you, if you don't
I'm
mind?
28.
Okay. So you're not that young.
but he ain't that young.
So
but
how old are the women you typically date?
It varies, but I mean, just going back on what she said, men and women, we ain't the same. So we play by two different rules. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Men value universally. This is a fact. This ain't me just talking out my ass. This is a fact. Men like women from 18 to 24.
Mm-hmm. You ain't wrong.
Because
18?
So they can manipulate
That's
the fuck
a
out
little-
of them. Manipulate.
oh my god.
18?
Yeah, so this is what men find attractive in women is youth, fertility, and beauty. So that's what they typically go for. So if you're in your prime, in your early 20s or late 20s, why don't you try to cash in while the chips are still hot? You know what I'm saying?
But you just said
why
said that
wait?
men like that. That's what men want. So men can go after those women, and women who want something different can go after whatever else they want.
Look, and he loves to bring up Leonardo DiCaprio,
gonna
who's
say, so
50.
you're Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's 50. No, he's 50, and always once the girl turned 25, he get a new
get
bitch.
right.
Yeah, this is
You don't,
3-on-1. I love
you don't
this.
think he's
But
a
no.
pedo?
I love it.
Not a
this
pedo,
is,
but like
this is
weird.
what I'll say to that.
Go ahead.
I'll say when you turn about 34, 35, you're going to be the same man that's asking women what they bring to the table. And I guarantee what I'm bringing to the table at 35 is a lot more than what I'm bringing at 25.
I told him
And
that.
what is that?
I told him
So
that.
I'm bringing security, finances. I know how to take care of a home. I know how to take care of a man. I know how to anticipate your needs. I'm not just looking for your pocket.
I told him that young girl give me headaches.
Do you think men value
Headaches,
security
baby.
and finance?
I think men value whatever they're looking for in a woman. I don't think every man is looking for the same thing in a woman. And
Well-
it depends on the type of man.
Well, typically men universally they
You can't speak generally about all men universally.
well, the world is based off of generalizations, right?
No.
It's not.
No. There are statistics that are, but in general, you can't just say all men and all women.
It's stereotypes. Dude.
Because you can
So,
you can say in your experience.
So if the world isn't built off generalizations, why are there only about 4 handicapped spots in the parking lot?
statistics.
It's way
are not-
more handicapped
Yeah.
spots now than
Statistics
regular
are not
spots.
generalizations. So people do math and research to get data to figure out what's appropriate in life, and those are not generalizations.
They're surveys.
There's a reason why most mouses are right-handed for right-handed people. Why?
Because statistically, there are more right-handed people in the world.
There you go.
Yeah. But generally,
I don't know. He
generalization.
might have got you with that one.
No, because
my point.
research and math indicates that there may be some areas where there aren't more right-handed people.
But we're going off of the general fact that most people in the world are right-handed, correct?
And so what you're saying is that the general fact is that men want younger
That is
women.
a fact. That is a universal fact. That's not
Universal
opinion.
fact. So why is there so many men who want to date older women?
I don't know.
I am literally
Who-
watching
who
a
was
show
that?
right now called Why Women Kill. And this young boy, he's like 19, is chasing this 50-year-old woman.
Live.
Security, baby.
Live.
Well, there's a lot
A
of things.
19-year-old boy has no value to the world.
Says
What?
who?
What does he? What does
I'm
he, what does
posting
he,
this.
What does he
know.
bring? What
You
does he
going
bring to the
viral
table?
today, baby.
At what
The average-
point
hold
does a
on.
man bring value?
He going
At this
viral
day
today,
and
baby.
age, there are so many. Okay, great example. What's that girl's name? Brittany Renner, who had a baby by that young ass basketball player.
He's
Yeah,
a
he was
basketball
like
player.
19. yeah.
Okay, but you're saying at that age, what do they bring to the table? There are
He's
some
talking about a normal.
who are so okay.
But
A
is-
normal
You're talking about a small minority of men. Yes, professional athletes
So
that
not
are
general.
19 years old. Yes, they make millions of dollars a year. They can afford to give
take care of an older woman.
woman. Period. It doesn't matter if she's older or younger. He can take care of her. Period, because he's in a financial status, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the most 19-year-olds, they don't bring any type of value to the world. Not yet. Most men reach their peak in their 30s. So you have a long way to go to.
So you're saying most women reach their peak in their
Most men
20s?
don't reach their peak in their 30s. They don't.
This is a fact. I only speak facts here.
You provide.
I only speak facts
I
here.
need
Provide the
Mac-
research
this is a fact.
because
This is
I
a
know
fact.
because I'm in my 30s and I can tell you that most of my male peers have not reached their peak
Peak as far as what they're.
as far as relationally, as far as vocationally, as far as mentally, as far as financially.
I'm talking about financially value.
Financially, do you know most men in the United States don't even make more than $40,000 a year between the ages of 18
No,
and
that's
34?
no. She right. You're right.
So how is that their peak?
Well, earning value, it varies obviously.
You
but
said financially.
yeah, but I'm saying this is what I'm saying. most men in their 30s or most men in their early teens or early 20s, they don't really bring any type of value to relationships. They haven't had enough experience enough to know how it is to deal with women.
But we should be ready to settle down with them at our young age.
Yeah, that's because that's when you're exactly, that's when you're most fertile. That's when you're at your peak as far as fertility and look wise. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Angela
agree.
Bassett and
I'm like, yeah.
what's all these 60 plus? No,
Halle Berry had a
she's
baby at
married,
50. Debrat is pregnant
To an
right
older
now.
man,
She's
too.
48.
A man her age.
Me now versus me 10 years ago, like,
headaches, right?
I am
So what makes you different from now? From
physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, I have excelled exponentially.
okay.
I feel like I've
And
broken.
everybody around me has too.
So do you feel like men? I'm saying, like, do you feel like the men that you want, do you feel like they value that experience from
And
you?
there are no men that I want that I don't have access to.
Okay, so are you in a relationship with
No.
these men? Why not?
Because there are no men that I want.
Cause she
that I
got
don't
the
have
pick of the
access
litter,
to.
nigga. You heard her. She picking.
There
she
is no
choosing.
man in my life right now
that's
that I
where
want to
she's-
be in a relationship with.
That's where
She wanted to come scoop you up right now, nigga.
In a
Skedaddle.
relationship, was it important for your man to be financially stable, be
course.
able to at least meet you halfway at the table?
When at the beginning of the relationship, I think it's always important before you know someone. And then once you know someone, that becomes less important. I don't think at this point in my life I would be willing to enter a situation where someone does not have the finances needed to be able to take care of a situation. I need you to be able to take care of yourself and to be able to handle dating me. I don't need you to pay my bills, but I need you to be able to take me out without concern about finances. And that's where it is. And then when we get further into a relationship and we're talking about marriage and things like that, there are other intentions that I have for myself that I wouldn't even get that far with someone unless we were on the same page. But I think that it's just personal, because I know people that were like, I only date athletes, I only do this, and they end up meeting somebody that they fell in love with all on a whim, and that person is not where they expected their spouse to be.
Would you be okay being the breadwinner in your relationship?
No,
No. Why?
because I don't want
And
to.
so now you proving this. Now you just
You don't
proved
want
him
that
right.
position.
No,
All
I'm
right,
not.
the debate
No,
is
I'm
up.
not. I'm not proving him right at all.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't have to be a millionaire to be the breadwinner.
But he just got to be making more money than you.
He
Not
said he
even
won't.
making more money than
Or
me. You
if-
have to be in a position that we can live the life that we decide to live, and it's not based on what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Because if my role in my relationship, based on what I'm looking for, is a more traditional role where I'm able to take care of you, take care of the home, take care of the family. If for some reason I have a baby and I can't work, I need you to be able to maintain the home. So if I'm the breadwinner, I can't have a baby and maintain the home because I'm making the money.
You heard that?
So that's what that is. That doesn't mean you have to make
So if
$500,000
men,
a year.
if the roles were reversed and men carried the babies, I'm just saying, and you were the breadwinner, then you would be okay with it.
Why are we talking about
I
hypothetical?
don't know. That's hard to say because if I was in a relationship and we decided not to have kids, it wouldn't matter to me as much.
Gotcha. Okay, so that plays a major.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a time in my life where I can't actively
You won't
work.
physically be able to
Yeah.
work because you are exactly,
Yeah.
and that makes.
And the type of mom that I want to be, I want to have the liberty of deciding if I want to put my kid in daycare at 18 or 8 weeks, or if I want to take some time off. And I think that's a luxury, and hopefully I'm afforded that. But if I end up with somebody I love and that's not the possibility, then we'll have to explore other options.
Okay, but it's not off.
But
the
you're all
table.
for love, basically.
I'm all for a healthy relationship
Nah.
and not poverty.
Now poverty is hilarious.
So if you were dating a man and he was like chasing his dream, right? And he was persistent in chasing his dream, but he wasn't financially stable, would that be something you accepted?
At this point in my life,
No.
no.
In your 20s, though, maybe?
I did it in my 20s.
I feel like we all probably did that in
Yeah.
our 20s.
And the thing is, like not being financially stable at this age is not acceptable. I don't care what the dream is. You still got to have a way to make money and live your life.
Of course.
So, if your dream is to build an app and make millions of dollars, great. I love that for us. But you still got to have a job, or you still got to have a way to make money. I'll support you through that, but we still have to be able to live while we're chasing a dream. for both of us.
Yeah, that's what be holding up the dream, man. Gotta take care of them bills and shit.
And if I was able to do it while you chasing, okay. Because when it's time for me to sit down, I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
But
that's how it's supposed to work.
we live in LA.
Yeah.
Everything out here is expensive.
Yeah, man. So with that being, okay,
go ahead.
You can go. You can go.
I was gonna say, so how do you feel about Rihanna's new cover on Vogue and how everybody is saying that she's the more dominant one? This person commented this comment. It was insane. They were like, look at how she's standing and she's not smiling and she has her chest poked out and he's in the back like a feminine woman with braids and kissing the baby.
Can I
holding
speak?
her hand.
It was fucking Rihanna's shoot though. It didn't say ASAP Rocky, and it literally says Rihanna's return. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So Mac was the one that had sent me that.
Mac, you said that to her talking shit?
No, not talking about they emasculating my boy. I'm like, bro, it's Rihanna's cover. You don't get what I'm talking about. You don't see what I'm saying. He did like. I'm not gonna lie. ASAP Rocky did like a woman, like he did like a woman in the band. But
no, he did not.
He did.
I mean, look,
he did.
It is
but
what it is, right?
Yeah.
You got Rihanna. She's a billionaire, international superstar. In the average person's eyes, he won, right? But as a man, I don't care how much money my girl make. I'm still calling the shots. So you're not finna have me in the back holding the baby like I'm just some housewife and then you over here leading the relationship. No, we're not doing that.
But that's what it is.
Even if it was her
How does this cover illustrate their life?
Because pictures speak a
That's
thousand words.
That's what it is.
That is why people feel like that about.
Yes,
and this is modern day
Pictures speak
feminism
1,000
propaganda.
words.
They do.
Oh, wow.
That continues to.
Would you prefer him to not be in it?
Well, that's what Serena's husband wasn't in.
Instead.
Yeah, she wasn't in her.
But
vote,
would you
in her
prefer
vote.
that? Because Serena's
Yeah, if you
husband,
don't-
respectfully, is not a black man, and people love to see black love and black families.
It doesn't matter.
So
It's
people
still her
always
family.
like to take the negative route when it comes to agendas, and it's consumerism. Like, if you are able to check it out from a lens that's not a consumer, she wanted to put her family on that cover because her family is important. Rihanna has been chilling for years. We've been begging for her to give us something, and what she gives us is still not enough. Like, they're not
Y'all
even.
have. I
They're
haven't-
not.
I haven't begging for shit.
They're not. When I say us, I'm talking about the world because I'm not a major Rihanna fan. But they're not married. She has a child.
She was getting slandered for that, but they weren't slandering the Jenner.
She has a child and one on the way with this man. This cover was about her. So
Right.
if he would have been more upfront, it would have been less about her and more about their family. It wasn't about the family.
It was about
her.
Rihanna's return.
So he shouldn't have been in the shoot at all then.
Or the baby, for that matter.
him.
Yeah, I was like, he better be happy that he got added on the plus two.
Or for the matter, or for in the
baby
for
too.
and for that matter. So
It could have just been like
The baby
Beyonce's
was a plus
cover,
two,
where it was
too.
just Beyonce
Talk
and Blue.
about-
Could have been Rihanna and just the baby. Rihanna, I mean Beyonce did not include Jay-Z
It could
in her
have.
cover.
Listen,
But also let
respectfully.
people do what they want to do. Like he got this girl pregnant. Is he not masculine? Like the whole idea
No,
of
he's not.
masculinity. Is
You don't
so,
think that
it's
A$AP
so
Rocky
silly.
is masculine?
I got a
It's
rebuttal
so
to that.
silly. Like
It's some
not.
dudes that got kids out here that's getting pegged though. So what do you mean?
What?
That's crazy.
But what I'm saying is the idea of masculinity is to everybody's own opinion.
Pegging?
No,
Because
it's not.
there are you so gay men can't be masculine.
Peg? No. I'm saying a man that lets a woman peg him.
So
You don't
homosexual men cannot exude masculinity.
What are you talking about?
Is that
I'm
what
not
basically
talking about gay
saying?
men. They.
So what's the
I'm talking about
idea
straight
of
men.
masculinity?
We talking about straight men.
So being straight.
But what she's basically
and-
saying is even if you get fucked in the ass, it doesn't
Does
make you
that-
less of a man. It doesn't
Jesus
take
Christ.
away your masculinity. There are
And I'm
yes,
saying
the fuck
that
it does.
there
no,
does.
there are plenty of men who get
So,
fucked in
okay,
the ass
so,
and are
quick
still
question.
very
Ain't nobody
dominant
getting to this
masculine.
butt.
So quick question. What
You don't
can
know.
you describe masculinity or define masculinity to me? Describe it and define it.
Just because you prefer a type of sex
'Cause
does
it's
not take
masculinity about
away
sexuality?
from your
You're yelling.
masculinity.
You're yelling at him. You're peeking.
Is masculinity about sexuality?
Masculinity is about.
It's definitely some gay shit.
Masculinity
That's a
is
gay
about-
act. You're not
it's
gonna tell
about
me
holding
butt sex
frame.
isn't a gay act.
I'm not saying
Amber,
it's not. Wait, I'm
It's
Amber.
sorry.
about masculinity is about holding frame. It's about leading.
I say that because
it's about leading your family.
Uh-huh.
It's about taking care of provisioning, providing, protecting, and just standing in your frame. You know what I'm saying? It's an aura. You can't really quantify what masculinity is. It's like either you have it or you don't. That's all there is.
Yeah,
Either
I
you
know.
have it or you
Hey, I
don't.
know a lot
So
of
what you're
certain
basically
qualities.
saying,
Certain qualities A$AP Rocky has. If
Outside
someone,
of the shoot.
huh?
Outside of the shoot.
Just in general.
any dude that go and get his fingernails painted to me that's like
That's
feminine.
not. That's not
feminine.
exuding masculinity.
So are
That's
you
Why is it
venturing to say
not?
that he exudes lack of masculinity outside
That's
of
exactly
the
what I'm saying.
so you feel
Okay.
like Rihanna wears the pants?
No, it
you
was
saw
just
it in the shoot.
it was Rihanna's.
No
it was
feminine-
it was
Bro.
Know
Rihanna's
that these
video.
shoes are
Bless you.
produced and created.
It
Like
doesn't matter.
she didn't say put my man in the back.
Pictures speak 1,000 words.
And do you
And
honestly?
that
She the
picture-
breadwinner.
That magazine cover shoot spoke 1,000 words.
It said, bless you. It
Sorry.
said she
What
the
about-
breadwinner.
Okay, how do you feel? And I'm not the host, but how do you feel about the cover with what is the guy?
Talking to Mike.
What is the guy from Lovecraft?
Jonathan Majors.
Okay, they were going in on that cover.
good.
'Cause I like that shit.
He looked nice. He looked nice.
I could have done without the lips
Personally-
cooked up though.
This is the thing.
One of them bitches, he was like,
And I'm a woman.
I coulda done without that one.
And you're in this industry, right? You're in
Yes.
the entertainment industry. So when it comes to black actors, especially male black actors, there's always been an agenda to feminize these men. And honestly, he played into it.
He did. It kind of reminded me of Tupac's shoot when he was in the bathtub with all the stuff, all the jewelry just spread all over him, and he was naked.
But nobody said that was feminine.
But I'm not gonna lie though, when I seen those photos, I was like,
Can we agree
He had
that
the
art
tune up.
has a hint of femininity?
it does, and to appreciate it, it has to. So
I don't know. Women rule the world,
or
man.
flexibility at
What you
least.
think?
Women do.
And
Women
when
do.
it comes to consumerism, it has to be consumable.
Some of the greatest wars were
So,
started.
What's that
All
got to
I'm
do with
gonna
women in the
say-
world?
What?
So what does that got to do with them?
I'm just saying, women run the world, man. Some of the greatest
All-
wars were started
majority
because of
the
women.
Wars were started over women.
How do you
does that gotta do with women in
do
the
you
world?
have
the ill nana.
how do you feel about women?
I love women. I love black women.
When you say
Especially-
love, what do you mean?
I love women.
No, like what do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean by that?
When you say you love them, what does that mean?
Good question. I mean, I just love their aura. I just love, and this is just women in general. I love their aura. I love their energy. Honestly, I just love female companionship. Like, I love being around women. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different energy that you don't get from being around men.
A certain type of women or just women in general?
I would say women in general.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
So you're able to be friends with women and just naturally enjoy the connection or the relationship without thinking sexually.
Yeah, I love female companionship, man. I'm not always gonna try to fuck every girl I see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just love being around certain women. You know, not too long though, but yeah.
You have sisters?
Nah, I ain't got no sisters.
Makes
I can
sense.
tell.
Makes sense.
You can tell. How,
So-
how can you tell?
Do you ever allow yourself while in a? Have you ever been in a serious relationship? I feel like we asked you this
Yeah, I
before.
have.
Yeah. And you actually, you lived with a woman before. Were
And
you
you never
vulnerable
cried
with
in front
her?
of her?
Like were you ever
Oh, you
able?
did? Okay. And, it
that's
didn't
why,
work out for
and that's
you.
why, and that's why I said don't do it
Okay.
because it never works out. In
So
your
she
favor.
hurt you.
No, it
She
was
did.
me.
She
I was
hurt you.
young. I was young at the time.
It doesn't matter. Like you should be able.
No, but you don't know the
She had to hurt
situation,
you.
huh?
She had to
It's
have it. You
okay
feel like
to
you
say
can't
that
cry
she
in front of
hurt
women because
you.
of that.
I think for me, I was super young at this time, so I didn't really understand what it meant to be in a relationship, and I forgot the situation.
Was
what
she
happened?
older than you?
Yeah. I forgot what happened, man, but yeah, I just wasn't really. I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to deal with that type of caliber of,
Can I
of women
ask you
in
how much older she was?
like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was new, man. I was new to that stuff. I was just I just wasn't ready. And like I didn't
How old was
understand
she?
I didn't understand how to keep frame as a man. You know what I'm saying? Despite what was going on. Like I forgot what the situation was, but I just
Yeah.
broke down one day and I started crying and it was some real simp shit.
No, but the thing
But-
is, it probably wasn't. The thing. This is what I'm getting from what you're saying. She was too old. She was too mature and too old.
No, she
and-
wasn't mature.
And well, I'm not.
Were y'all
saying-
the same age?
No, he was 4 or 5 years older. So naturally, she was more mature than you in a sense of maybe she was immature, but she knew more about life and relationships. So when you had that moment that you should have been safe, you weren't safe, and now it sounds like
He traumatized.
and I wasn't going to say those words, but it sounds like also now you have a narrative about women because of that.
Yeah, just that one
And
experience.
that's the last relationship that you've been in.
That one woman got him like this about all women.
I would say
And relationships shape us.
Not like that.
Is that
They
the
do.
last relationship you've been in, Matt?
Not like
as
that.
far as like serious relationship where it's like I'm claiming you like this is my girlfriend, yes. But I've had like situationships where it was like I was with them for like a long period of time as well before that. But it was never like there was
can
never a
never get
title.
into it.
There was never a title behind it. But it was kind of like an understanding, like I fuck with
An
you, you fuck
unspoken
with me.
understanding.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like a typical relationship. if that
Have
makes
you been
sense.
to therapy about this?
I don't think I need therapy about this.
I think you do.
I don't think I do.
I don't know. You seem a little.
Well, not in a
we
bad
could
way,
all-
but relationships shape us because, like, you were young and dealt with someone older, and it sounds like she did not handle you properly.
Oh,
I think it's just about you learning and just understanding how, just going through life. Like it happens.
It does.
You know what though, and it
does
also
happen.
sucks that Mac that you were so young at that time, right? And I've dated somebody way older than me, and when I look back on it, sometimes I kind of feel a little taken advantage of because I'm like, damn.
That's what they do.
You knew I was actually young. You knew I was 18, 19 when I met you. You were 5 years plus. You kind of like manipulated me and like planted a bunch of seeds in my head. And not for nothing, like it stuck with me throughout the remaining years
And
of my
how
dating.
long were y'all together for?
A very long time. Very,
All right.
very long time.
So let's take some accountability here. You was with this man for how long?
well,
wasn't a
man.
man.
Oh,
It was a
woman. I'm
woman.
sorry. It was a woman.
It was a woman.
Okay, so how can you blame that woman for manipulating you for however long that was? Like,
You ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome?
You had the choice to
Have you ever
leave
heard
that
of Stockholm Syndrome?
I
Was,
have.
was that your kidnapper?
Do you know?
Is that your
no.
excuse?
Stockholm Syndrome is not being. I mean, you could
your
be
abuse.
kidnapped.
It's your
but it's when you're in
abuser.
love with somebody who has abused you, and abuse can be mental. It can be emotional. It doesn't have to be physical. People
But Liv,
mentally
you were-
and emotionally abuse people,
But Liv-
and sometimes when you're not raised in a house with love, you misinterpret that and you stick with it.
Give it up for our live studio audience.
Yeah.
And it sticks with you, right? So I was with this person for X amount of years, whatever. Okay. They had this sort of, and I hate to say it, but like this control over me because I wanted so bad for them to love me, right? Wanted so bad to feel accepted. And I was like, oh, this is an older person. They know more than me. They're more mature than me. They're going to mold me. They're going to teach me the ropes of the fucking world, right? Didn't happen. And I didn't realize that till years later when I finally snapped out of it. And I was like, fuck, like this person was actually mentally and emotionally like very much manipulating me and abusing me. And I wasn't aware of it because at the time I was okay with it. I was used to it because that's what everybody in my past did. All the adults in my past, you know what I'm saying? They manipulated me to think you're in the wrong, even though when you are a child, like sometimes you are right. Your feelings are very much fucking valid as a child, as a teen.
Is that how you felt during the relationship?
Sometimes I was like, fuck, am I really wrong? I thought I was right. In my head debating for hours, like, no, you stayed out for 2 days, you took my car, you didn't come home. Am I still wrong? What the fuck did I do?
Were you being held against your will?
No, but it's a mental thing.
This is what I want to.
I just think.
I want to just
Hold
interject for a second.
on, April. I just think you're dodging accountability in this situation.
I very much had a part in it. I could have left at any time. I 100% could have. But the way that I felt, it was like my mind was leaving and my feet were planted. You know what I'm saying? And it was because I was comfortable and I was scared. And again, like I said, it just came from how I was raised and past things that have happened to me where I thought that was acceptable. I thought that was love. I didn't know the difference between good or bad love because I never had good love.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And so
understand
when you're raised like
But
that,
in
when
the
you're not
end-
raised with love, you look for love in all these places.
in the
And when you
end-
feel like you have a little bit of it, you hold on to it.
Because I could have said the same thing about my situation about being with an older woman. I could have been like, yeah, she was manipulating me, but I had the choice to leave. You know what
But
I'm saying?
how long were you with her before you left?
about a year, but I wasn't. I didn't feel that way though. I didn't feel like she was manipulating me.
It's a man's standpoint.
I'm just saying, like, if I know that I can leave a situation, I'm gonna leave a situation. I don't need.
But how
I don't
long
need to
into
stick
that
around
situation
for a
did you
year
know
to-
it wasn't well for you before you decided to leave?
How long did we date, man? That was about what, a year and a half. But see, it was different because I had moved out here.
It's no different.
No,
Just because
it
you
is.
move for somebody, it's still an
It is.
emotional and mental thing.
So you gotta like understand also long distance relationships. Those are always very tricky. So that played a part in us, you know.
Where
separating
was
too.
long distance?
I was here. She was in the Bay Area.
I guess technically California, that is.
I mean, long distance can be anybody that you can't drive to. But what I will say is that accountability is important, but victimization is a real thing. People manipulating purposely is a real thing. People grooming and taking advantage of is a real thing. People, and it doesn't even always have to be an age difference. You could know more, experience more. It's a lot of dudes out here that's literally going after women who are vulnerable, not even necessarily young, and with intentions that are not pure. So that could have been your experience. Some people have the wherewithal and the mental health and the emotional background and the family love, the friend love to be able to pull themselves out of a situation or to have resources to not only have this person. But the idea of can you walk out and leave is like saying, if he hits you, why you ain't just leave? It's like, it's not always that simple. And
It really is.
It's not.
but it's not though. And it
not.
speaks to the lack of education and awareness for you to be able to make statements like that. Because I know that you know people in your life right now who are dealing with things who cannot talk to you because this is your sentiment.
Oh wow!
Because it's just not always easy. Even if you're not financially tied, even if you're not, it's always emotional and mental. You may have kids with someone. You might not have the resources to leave. You might not have anyone else. And you trust this person is the only person who loves you or that can care for you, or they feed things in your mind that you feel like there was nobody else that's going to do this for you. And it's obviously not true, but the idea of just getting up and leave is not as easy as it sounds. Now, physically, can you? Yes. But do you feel like your life will be better off without them? No. And they could be damn near ready to kill you. That's why people die of domestic abuse every day. But we can get back to the bullshit because that's a little serious.
No, we can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Because I know a lot of women in Louisiana that lost, just in Louisiana, that lost their lives. Because I know a dude that lost his life because he was messing with this. I don't even want to talk about it because it's touching.
And
but
it's just like, I just urge you to be a little more cautious when you make
because
those kind of
DV,
statements because it's a thing.
They said the girl is separated, but the husband ain't letting go.
I'm never gonna downplay anybody, getting domestically abused. Like that's always a
But
situation.
abuse is beyond physical. Is really what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
You were abused.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. And
I definitely wasn't abused.
Do you not feel like men can be abused mentally or emotionally, Mac?
I mean, it just depends on what you look at it as abuse.
This woman made
what do you
No,
consider abuse?
Huh?
What do you consider abuse?
No, she didn't.
Abuse? Are we talking like physical abuse?
Just abuse in general. Like abuse could be so many things, right?
It's not just
a form
physical.
of control.
Like, what are we? You can't really quantify.
Do you feel like a woman has ever emotionally or mentally abused you,
or mishandled you?
Mishandled your feelings.
I mean,
this feeling like therapy.
Really, not really. Is this a therapy session? Like, what is this?
Let's segue.
All right, let's segue.
Who knows?
So,
Who knows?
What are we doing
Who
right
knows?
now, yo?
can we talk about how Chris Brown made this comment about how everybody
abuse,
about how everybody still hates him from his incident with Rihanna when he was 17, but they praise and love Krishan and Blueface.
Who loves Blueface?
Yeah, I don't.
What?
Blueface is beat the fuck up. Have you seen his face? He is permanent scar. Like he need to change it. He needs to change the name to Scarface.
Whenever you put hands on America's sweetheart, you're gonna be crucified to the day you die. It is what it is.
I don't hold that against him.
Like nobody's gonna give a fuck.
I don't hold that
against him. As much as
him.
I hate to say this because abuse is abuse, and I feel like the
If he was
Blueface-
touching on kids,
No, the Blueface
what
situation.
happened?
I say if he was touching on kids,
Oh,
I'll be done with him.
girl, I thought you said something
What's
else.
so crazy
Like,
that
no-
this is not Chris Brown's only incident. There is literally a picture online of him on vacation choking out some girl. Like,
Swear to God.
I didn't see that.
swear to God. And
You gotta
his
put
mama
alleged
with her
on
son
that.
was there. No, it's there.
Put allegedly.
He's holding her by
Allegedly.
the neck, and there's another woman trying to break
That's
it
an
up.
actual picture.
Allegedly,
It's an actual picture. Let me bring it up. They just retweeted this shit.
allegedly.
Big accusation right there. You gotta, clarify that.
I think that everybody has time and space for redemption.
But yeah, man, like, you shouldn't put hands
Besides
on
R.
nobody.
Kelly,
You shouldn't put hands on nobody.
Exactly. That's a life.
you
Everybody
touching
should
on
keep their
kids, I
hands to
had nothing.
themselves.
I had nothing for you.
But unfortunately,
Let me see. That could be Photoshop.
No, it's not Photoshop. This is
What was
legit
that?
him.
Let
This
me
was
see.
a couple years ago. It was like
They're not
2016.
playing for the camera.
And
Let
he was
me
choking
see.
the girl, and his mama was there. That's his mama.
Oh,
in
I
the
do
red.
remember that. I
And she
remember
was
that.
she was trying to break it up.
but listen, like the reason why the Blueface
They look like they
and
playing.
Chris Sean shit isn't
They don't look like they're playing.
the reason why the Blueface and Chris Sean thing isn't as big as the
She's
Chris Brown and
literally
Rihanna
smart.
is because like they're in a totally different demographic. Like nobody really cares about the media isn't gonna shine light on rap shit like that. But when it comes to like superstardom, international shit, Rihanna, Chris Brown, very prominent figures in the industry, like that's always gonna be, brought up and magnified.
So you know what's so crazy?
Pause. It ain't because of that. Did you see that fucking photo?
Of Rihanna?
He had beat the fuck out that girl, regardless of her putting them hands on.
It's the
He
same
beat the
shit.
fuck out her.
It's the same
But
shit
you know-
with Blueface and Chris Sean.
It is the same.
Chris
though.
Sean ain't
They're-
never been
they're
knotted up
just-
like that.
They don't give a fuck about reality TV stars like that.
Chris Sean ain't
I'm
never
not-
been knotted
I'm
up like
not
that.
for abuse, but I will say one thing.
Abuse is
I
abuse,
will
yo.
tell my son, if your girlfriend is teeing off and fucking you up, restrain her. I'm not gonna tell him beat her ass, but I'm gonna tell him if you need to shake her to get her to stop pounding on your face, shake her. I'm not gonna tell him, hey, you need to beat her the fuck up, but
Right.
restrain her
What's her name? Ain't never had
And-
it.
in all authority. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That's
no,
bad.
it's no
What's her
way.
name? Ain't
in
never
hell.
had it.
bad.
That's why they don't let it go, because it wasn't just like, oh, he just scratched it. You know what
So
I'm
I
saying?
Past
mean, he was
matters, right?
driving a car though. Like,
past
how is
matters,
he gonna
Amber, right?
how is he gonna
Past
restrain
matters,
her
right?
if he's driving a car?
I mean, that's why I don't hold him again. He was 17. You know what I'm
matters,
saying?
right? No, I'm saying the past.
I
The
think
past
that
does matter though,
the
right?
past
Not to
does.
me.
I think that the past matters. I
Not
think
to
that
me.
people have. You can always. There's always room to change and be better. I think people make mistakes. I think that the way he beat her was tragic. I understand
Tighten
that there
it
was
up
a
there.
fight, and I know that people
And
in
tighten it.
relationships fight, and men are naturally stronger than women. So sometimes that's how it looks. But also, he beat her up. 1, 2. He's also had incidences of anger after
And you
that.
tighten that one with that one.
And it's clear that he had other issues going on. Do I think that we should still be canceling him the way we are based on how other people are treated in the industry and society? Maybe no. I think that he's a super talented person. I don't know if he's done the work to really make people want to forgive him. And I think that's where my is, because like talent is not always enough to make people like you.
Exactly.
And he still be out here, snorting that coke, smoking them cigarettes and shit. We be seeing it. No, I'm just saying he be making it hard for motherfuckers. I don't hold it against
Amber,
him.
honestly, I don't think it's the coke. Everybody in
That
LA,
coke be getting him, like he be having an attitude and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just see
He
it.
has a reputation, and
He has a
I have
temper.
no Chris slander. He's never done anything to me or anyone I know personally, so I can't say anything about his character. But I can say that he does not do his best to represent himself in the media
Right.
to this day.
He doesn't help it.
Like
yeah.
I said, it's all about accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just blame the media for bringing things up. Like, you did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you put yourself in this
He
situation.
painted that.
So you
picture
thought he was
himself.
when Blueface called him out and called him like,
Yeah,
you
bro,
thought he was
don't-
lame for doing that?
That's just like you can't do that,
Do a
bro.
lot of lame stuff.
I mean, but I feel like
don't do that.
Blueface
Just stand on it. Ignore it. Like
Blueface
you
is
just
one of
making
those
it
people
worse.
though that is like,
You're just making it worse.
Mm-hmm.
She called you out for what you did. What 13 years ago or whatever. Yo, ignore that.
Cause who was it? The 3LW girl?
Yeah.
He could have really ignored that.
Like, why you even
Really?
respond to
No,
that
but
shit?
So
stop
irrelevant.
speaking on me
You know what
though.
I'm saying?
He could have ignored that because
Just
I
ignore
didn't
that
see
shit,
it before
man.
he responded to
Them
it.
people human too though. You
I
know what I'm
didn't see it
saying?
before he
And they
responded
have
to
emotional reactions all the time.
it. And
Listen, man, he took
but
accountability for what he did.
then a week before,
Move on.
wasn't he just dragging the dude who won a Grammy? Like
How would you guys feel though? Like, in all honesty, if like the roles
the doors
were,
are open, Chris. You want the smoke?
if
Just
the
take
roles were
accountability for what you
reversed.
did, you know what I'm saying, and then move on. That's all you got to do.
Donate to some domestic violence charities. Do some real work. Go to.
I
get
feel
some
very
help.
uneasy talking about this domestic violence stuff. Can we change the
Yeah,
topic?
I'm down.
For sure, we can definitely.
What's wrong with DV? It's a
It's
DV
not a
awareness.
funny
That's not,
DV awareness.
I feel uncomfortable speaking on that topic.
I feel you, bro. But that's why they won't let them go. That's all I'm saying. We're just throwing that out there. But yeah, man, with that being said,
That's it?
no, fuck no.
Oh,
I got topics. I got topics. Well, Liv got topics.
You
Yeah,
wanted
man,
to talk.
I want to correct y'all a little bit more. So let's keep this going.
Oh no. Yeah, let's
Wow.
correct it because you know how he say
Is there room
1:30.
for a bathroom break?
Yeah.
You're on a podcast, not
You on a
really.
podcast, baby? Come on now.
Y'all just
Gotta
gave
hold
me
that.
so many libations.
All right, just we can talk about this and then we can wrap it up. Okay.
No, we don't have to. I'm done. I can hold it.
All right. So listen, the brat and her wife
Oh my God.
just announced that they were pregnant. Guess how old the brat is? 48. Yeah, and she's pregnant, and she didn't even think kids was in the works for her. But
Congratulations.
thank you, clap it up for that, man. 48 pregnant. Shit, not saying I want to have one that old, but I'm just throwing that out there because, you know, according to Mac, if you're not 25, 26, and you know you high fertile, you know,
Allegedly.
you got all your eggs. You should have been trying to get pregnant then. But now that you see that it's possible, how does that make you feel?
Well, the brat, she got money, so she
What
has.
the fuck?
Huh?
What does that got to do with anything?
Well, when you have a certain type of tax bracket, right? You can afford to freeze eggs. You can afford to, you know, go through these sperm banks and stuff like that. These things ain't cheap, man.
Yeah, I know.
So,
And this is a how do I say this? An exception, right? Most women that's 48, they ain't doing that.
Janet Jackson did. Oh, go ahead.
Halle Berry did.
What happened?
Tyra Banks.
What happened?
Again, you're
Oh,
naming
people with money.
women
That's because we just know them, though. But that's because we know them and they're in the public eye. I'm pretty sure if I knew the 50-year-old fucking
You're
Asian
not
lady,
seeing that
Mac, my cousin is 42. She makes, I think, around $85K a year. And guess what? She just got married and she's pregnant.
anecdotal stuff. These are anecdotal situations. The world is big.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a small minority right now.
Can we live with the fact that people can just do what they want with their body?
I'm not saying they shouldn't. That's fine. Congratulations.
yeah.
Why do you have such an opinion?
What do you mean? What do I have?
Why do you have? Why is it such a statement, a bold statement of factual information for you?
Because we have to live off
Who is
facts.
we? You don't have a uterus.
What does that have to do with anything?
You don't have to have a baby by a certain age. Why do
No,
you
it's
have
just
an
like he
opinion?
just said. You when you
You
in your
don't know.
20s, you
But
should be
why-
trying to lock them
but
down.
Why?
But
but
the
why
likelihood
is
of
that,
you trying to get pregnant
Why is
as
it
you
a
get older.
scientific, factual statement for anybody to have an opinion about? Like women who want to have a kid young can. Women who decide not to.
No one's
won't.
saying anything
Shit,
about
not.
that. No one's saying anything about that.
But it's a narrative that you have.
No,
It is.
it really isn't.
I've heard it multiple times from you.
The narrative is this: that as you get older, your chances of coming to bringing a child to term safely, it decreases. That's all I'm saying.
So
But
you're
she
worried about the
48. How
safety
you
of the
think-
children. You're worried about the safety of the babies.
Them babies do be coming out a little
It's-
slow
it's
the
a high-
older you
it's a
have
high-
them.
It's a
Though
high risk pregnancy.
Yeah,
You're
it is.
worried about
After
these women
35.
delivering safely.
the babies do be coming out a little
Okay.
crazy.
So
So
you just
you-
want these,
Listen.
You want these
I don't
women to
have a
deliver
problem with
safely.
women trying to get pregnant at 50. That's fine. Listen, if you do what you want to
It's
do,
just you got
I
the
don't
best
care.
eggs
I'm just
in your
I'm
20s.
just stating biological facts. 35 and older, the chances of you bringing a child to term safely decreases significantly. That's all I'm saying.
So you would be okay though if you were married to your wife and she got pregnant at 50.
I would try to get her pregnant before that.
I mean, but you know, sometimes mishaps happen. People get their tubes tied, and there are some miracle
Charlemagne and
babies.
his wife, they still. I think they just wrapped it up after the fourth
Can we
one.
stop bringing up celebrities?
No, I'm just. These are the people that we can bring
Who else
up
can we
because
talk
God,
about? My mom
damn. My mama had me at
You
29.
know, edit that out. No, not me. Could you imagine? No.
I know somebody right now.
My sister had the youngest at what 40?
40?
No, 39.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like.
she had her.
I mean, I
They bad as
understand
hell.
the sentiment and the premise, but I think that we are so beyond that in life that people just do what they want to do.
I mean, I've already said that you can do what you want to do. I'm just stating facts right now.
There's no point. Like we get the science, we get the math, which is why there are geriatric pregnancies. People do what they want to do. They understand the risk, and I think the bigger risk is being in poverty and pregnant.
That
I mean, that's
agree.
why there's programs set up for that. So
What?
What do you mean by that?
No.
Programs for poverty.
There is not
like
enough.
WIC?
The government does not provide enough assistance for.
You said forget
the-
resources. The government will take care of you.
Like that's literally what they're saying about Roe and Wade is like basically now it's up to the government to support these women that can no longer have abortions based upon the laws that these states can make if they decide to enforce that. It is not the government. I mean, the
don't know how
government
we got to
should
this
be
topic.
there. But like,
This is your topic.
she
I was
bring
just
up Roe
talking-
versus Wade. I
This
don't know
is
how
the
we got here.
cornerstone
I don't know how we got
of
there.
who you are.
Nah,
You have
really.
such an opinion about
Mac-
when women
Mac,
should
you're
settle
28.
down.
You're 28.
When you plan
When
on
do you
being
plan
married?
on getting
You got
married and
about
having
10
kids?
I got what?
You got about 10 minutes unless you're trying to get a young
10 minutes for
tender.
what?
Find you a wife.
Well, see, the thing about men is we don't have a biological clock.
Exactly.
Okay, so Matt, what women are you looking at right now? Are you looking at women who are between 18 and 24?
I hope you're not dating no 18-year-olds. I hope you
I
ain't dating no
can't- I can't-
21-year-olds.
But what kind of girls do you like? I'm interested.
I love feminine women. I love soft, feminine women.
And what
More
is soft
generally,
and
I'm talking
feminine?
about what they do for a living, what their hobbies are, what they look like, where they come from, what they want to be when they grow up,
I mean, we're going to sit here and just name
and what
my
you need
type.
from them.
Yeah, she just asked what your type was. Come on, shit.
Are you single?
Welcome
Mac?
to the Love of Mac. The
Are you,
Love of
are
Mac.
you single?
All right, I'll just break it down like this, right? Feminine, fit, friendly. That's it.
That's it.
You don't care what they do for
They
a
could
living.
be 40.
If they got money.
They could be 40.
Now, come on, break it
I mean,
down.
you got to be young.
You
like,
said feminine.
How many
fit.
bodies
love-
can she have?
Wait. You said
I mean, you're
feminine
never gonna
fit
know
and
her
what
body.
else?
Okay.
Feminine fit and what else?
feminine, fit, friendly. That's
Friendly.
it.
What's the age range?
Yeah, age.
I mean, typically my age.
So 28.
Around there, yeah.
So like
Go a little younger, too.
20.
What's the youngest?
24
What's the
to
youngest?
24 to 30.
Would you date a 21-year-old?
Why not?
Would you date an 18-year-old?
Nah.
Would you sleep with
Would
one?
you date a
course.
20-year-old?
Oh, my
You would
goodness.
sleep with an 18-year-old?
She's legal.
What?
That could be a freshman or a
That's a
sophomore in
little
college.
predatory for me because it feels like
freshman?
Why you a 28-year-old
A
smashing on
freshman in
freshmen?
college?
That
Hold
sound crazy. Not saying you do
days
it.
Hold on. Stop.
We're going to have to edit a lot of this.
No.
Because I don't like any of this.
No. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you want a guy that's taller than you? Do
Preferably.
you want a guy that makes more money than you?
Preferably.
Do you want a guy that's charming? Yes.
To me, at least, yes.
So why is it that you can have preferences but I can't?
I'm not saying you can't.
You kind of just demonize my preferences.
What did I just say to demonize your preference? That 18 was a little bit young, in my opinion.
Is that not demonizing?
No, that's not demonizing. You just said I should have a baby before my
I didn't say
eggs
that.
are dry.
I said you should be looking to have a
But
baby.
but what's the
not
difference?
Not you personally.
But women. So if I'm saying, in my opinion, that a 28-year-old man is too old to be dating an 18-year-old, how is that demonizing? That's my opinion.
That's crazy.
Why does that even? If she's legal,
It's not
Why
about
you just
lega-
looking at
it's
her
not
being
about
legal?
legality. She just said that she dated someone much older than her and what her experience was. You just said you dated someone much older than you and what your experience was. It's clearly not a match.
Yeah,
So
when I
what
was-
would
when I
be the
was like
point?
20
there
years
are
old.
so many women out there old enough to have sex with you consensually who are above the age of 21. You're almost 30.
and
18 is fresh out of high school.
Right.
Your preference is your preference. I just don't agree with it. So I'm not demonizing it. I'm saying I could not imagine an 18-year-old boy.
I don't really care
in my
about your.
life.
Like, I don't really
You
care
just
about.
asked me about it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it doesn't really matter to me what you feel like is right or
respect
wrong.
that.
It's just like
I'm
my
not
preference is my
demonizing.
preference.
Yeah.
You know what?
Women can have preferences,
Maybe,
and men don't bat an eye about it. Like we can say,
That's
"Oh,
not true.
you want a guy that makes more money than you and taller than you." Well, you're insecure. Like that would sound crazy to me.
No, men say that
Your
all
preference,
the time.
men
say it all the time.
your preference.
Yeah, they
is-
call them gold digging
If
bitches.
you
Your
happen
preference-
to be
we-
short,
you have to
you would
accept
have
reality.
That sentiment.
This is what
if
women
you
like.
happen to not have that much money, you
Y'all
would have
just,
that
I
sentiment.
just
You know
told
what,
y'all.
Mac? I
hold
just
on.
hope to say
I
that
just
if
told
you
y'all
do-
what men prefer 18 to 24 universally. This is a fact.
You don't speak for us.
It is a fact, though.
It's a fact.
It is a fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
You know what though, Mac? I will
So
give
now we
that
just
to
denying
you.
facts. Okay.
I will give that to you, Mac. It is a fact that is what typically majority of the men prefer. But let's not say all men, because that's not all men. That is.
I'm not speaking all men. I'm just saying statistically,
I would say-
this is what men prefer: 18 to
Statistically,
24.
But
I'm sure.
can I just say, I would hope to think that if you do sleep with an 18-year-old, it is somebody who you didn't technically know was 18, and you were like waiting at the cusp of her going from 17 to 18.
Why
to
would I
sleep
be
with
doing
her.
that?
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas
Like,
do it all the
I would
time.
hope.
Where would you meet an 18-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you stick your thing in that?
Stop.
Why would you do that?
Women date men 20 years, 30 years older than
That's
them.
they. I think they
And
weird
they do.
too. I
And
think
they
they
do.
weird too. It
Why
go
is that
both
weird?
ways.
It's our
High
preference.
school.
I think that's
So
weird.
I think for me it's about emotional and mental maturity, and I think 18 is a child.
That's your opinion.
No,
But this
no,
is
I know a
men
lot of
typically.
18
Men typically
and
like
20-year-olds.
They do.
younger
girls.
women.
They do. They do. I know a lot of men who date.
Why is this like? Why is
Significantly.
this such a debate? Like, why are we even debating?
Because this
about
is the great debate.
There you go. Why
There
I
you
like that. We
go.
gonna use that for the plug right there. Why are you even debating about
I'm
this?
just like
I
this
can
is
vouch
funny
for
to
that
me.
though.
Like,
My mom and my stepdad were 15 years apart.
I have a friend right now who's dating somebody like 10 years older than her, but she met him, they were 30 and 40, not 18 and 20.
Right, that's a difference.
But you
That's
know
the
what? That
difference.
is-
see, the
so-
thing with men is like we accept reality. Not all men, but most men that
I love how you generalize.
well, you have to. Like I said,
You don't
most
have
men,
to.
most men, the world is built off of generalizations. That's just how it is. We've already went over this already.
No, you had an opinion about that, and I disagreed, and I still disagree based on research, statistics,
I've
and
given you
education. Generations
examples.
are not
I've
facts.
given you examples.
No, you said, oh, the majority. In situations, yes, there are things that are majority, but you're saying that men feel like this. I know hella men right now who would not date an 18-year-old.
That's you. That's your experience.
Exactly. So saying your experience, then
That's
you know.
your-
Yeah, everything
that's-
is from our experience at the end of the
And
day.
he's talking
This
about
is-
men worldwide.
this
I don't
is
know a
your-
man in his
this
30s
is
that would date
your
an 18-year-old.
anecdotal experience.
Unless you're looking to manipulate.
Oh my god!
Right?
You know,
That's-
you know what's so
that's
funny?
most of the
That's my
Yo,
experience.
hold on.
Like, even if we
All
take
the
it
older
back,
men- You know
what's so funny
to
to me?
back in the day, Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old fucking girl. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Liv,
Like,
now you're going like predatorial, taking it somewhere else.
I mean, but we're just saying how men
Yeah,
like to date
It's
younger
funny to
women
me.
to
It's funny to
manipulate
me.
them and
It's
take
funny to
advantage.
me how women throw around, and this is no indictment on women, right?
Okay.
But it's just funny how
As
y'all.
it indicts on women. But go ahead.
It's funny how y'all throw around this term manipulate so loosely when y'all are the ones that wear makeup. Y'all the ones that use filters.
You are a psycho.
You know what I'm saying? So is that not manipulation? Y'all wear push-up bras.
Okay,
Y'all wear heels.
wait.
Is that not manipulation?
You're generalizing us again because
Women
for
don't wear
one,
makeup?
I don't wear push-up bras. For two,
Not
I
you,
don't
Liv.
wear a lot of makeup. But Mac, let me tell you something. I can walk outside like this right now,
And get hit on.
and a gang of
It
niggas.
looked like an 18-year-old,
and a
Loki.
gang of niggas are going to be trying to talk to me.
I need y'all to stop looking at it from your point
Okay,
of view.
maybe when
Okay.
we
That's
speak
how.
generally,
That's how
Y'all
we're
need to
looking
stop
at
looking
maybe
it.
from
when
your
you
point
speak
of view.
generally, we
Alright.
take it too personally. Maybe when you speak generally, I'm taking it as if you're saying this is the general sentiment of
No,
what
you
everybody
guys
thinks.
no. The thing is, you guys are coming from an emotional standpoint. That's fine.
No, we're not. I'm
yeah,
not
oh, yes, you
emotional
are.
about this topic at all.
Because if you weren't coming from an emotional standpoint, you'd be able to
Agree with you?
you'd be able to take this right and separate it from your own emotions and
No,
your
I'm
own
telling you,
point of
because
view.
I don't agree with you doesn't mean I'm emotional.
But I'm giving you facts.
Sir,
I'm
pull
giving you-
out
I'm
the
giving you-
research. Where's
We can
the
do that.
data?
We can do that after
Let's
this.
see the data.
We can do that
because
after this.
I have a research
That's
background.
fine.
I'm about numbers. I'm
That's
about
fine.
words.
Me too,
You're
baby.
pulling
I'm about
things
numbers
out
all
of your
day.
yellow hat. I'm glad you took the shades off though.
Look, I'm just
got
in
my
this bitch life.
You pretty.
Yeah, this has been great. The great debate.
Great
This
debate.
has been awesome.
See, I know I was going to trigger somebody.
Who?
I did
Mac,
last.
you're
I
always
did last.
triggering
I'm
me.
going to trigger
You
somebody. This
definitely
one
You know
triggered
what,
them.
though? I like.
I knew y'all was
like
on-
to debate. It's not even a trigger. I could do this all day.
I knew this was
And
gonna be
there-
a 3-on-1 type of
I love
situation.
you.
I knew this
Have
already.
you think I crowded
But-
you?
So
but
Mac,
bro,
let's just
yes,
say,
of
do you-
course.
do
I was
you
on
feel
your
like-
side
But
majority of the time.
I knew what I was walking
So
into.
Mac, you're gonna. Do you feel like you're gonna marry a younger woman?
I don't know.
It
I don't
depends
know
on when
right
you get
now.
married, right?
It depends when I get married. That's the thing.
But majority of the women you are dating right now are under 28.
Around there, yeah. They give or take.
So
It
would you
changes.
date me?
So
I don't know after tonight.
I mean, but she's not 28.
I'm not 29
How old is
either.
You too old for him.
How old do you think I am?
I mean, black women always look young.
I always go older.
We do.
For future,
So it's like-
tell
it's
them
kinda
older so they
hard.
can be like, what?
I'm 42.
You lying.
What? No, she's 42.
I'm gonna say you 30.
She
31,
look good,
30,
right?
30, 31.
Tell them older, all in be so you always get that reaction.
You in your early 30s, I would say that.
I'm 42.
Stop lying, girl.
She my sister age.
Stop lying.
My sister don't look
With
42.
no kids.
No kids.
You got kids? No?
So you think it's over with it for her? She 42, no kids. You don't think nobody gonna wipe that up?
I'm sure somebody's out there that can wipe her.
Nah, okay. Now it's somebody out there.
There's somebody out there for everybody.
Now it's somebody out there for
But it
everybody.
won't be you, right?
But he said you got slim pickings though. Once you get up there,
No,
you know
that's a
what's
fact.
crazy
That's a
though?
fact.
I feel like okay, I'm not 42. I'm not, but I feel like the older that I've gotten, my choices have gotten better.
do you
mean by
feel
that?
like slim pickings though?
What do you
So
mean
no,
by that?
okay.
No,
What do you mean by that?
I feel like I have more options now. It's just if I want them.
Options as far as what?
As far as men with way more everything that more than they had 10 years ago.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is no indictment on you. Why are you not with those men right now?
because I'm looking for emotional health, and that seems to be hard for men at any age.
So let me ask you a question. You're a dream guy, right? What does that look
I
like?
don't have a dream guy.
If you could build a dream guy, right? Like give me height, give me income, give me I guess
I don't
black
really
and white.
have it. I want somebody. I'm 5'7". I'm not a small girl. But I'm looking for somebody who hopefully is a little taller than me.
Okay.
Who is
Is 6 foot fair?
6 foot is fine.
I'm not gonna lie, you look 6 feet.
Yeah, she's
I thought you 5'7" is crazy.
So how about income? How much does he have to make?
Honestly, I don't know a number because I make a good amount and it's still not enough. So, like I
'cause
said,
you in LA.
what we talked about earlier, like exactly what we talked about earlier as far as that.
If you could throw a number out there.
I can't throw a number out there because it's about lifestyle. Because what I make right now don't feel like what I make right now. So it just depends.
So you want a guy that makes more than you, right? You would
I want a guy that can take care of him and the potential to take care of a family.
So that would probably be in the six figures. The six
Oh,
figure range.
if we're in LA, at least six
Okay.
figures for sure.
So what % of men do you think are earning six figures?
I don't know. You got all the research. You tell me.
Tell her.
7%.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that most men that I encounter.
And with
make-
that 7%, he
so-
think you gonna end up sharing your man too.
So-
Do you agree with
and
that
I
fact?
was gonna,
potentially.
so okay, so 7. So we can agree 7% of American men make six figures. A year.
and I want him to be black.
Okay, that probably drops down a little bit more now. Right?
Give me the Kevin Samuel research.
I'm giving it to you right now.
And I hear it.
So, do you feel like men? And this is again, it's no knock on you. You were very attractive.
I
woman,
know who I am.
right?
Just
Okay.
keep talking.
So, do you feel like men that are earning that much money, that are that tall, that maybe have some charm, you know what I'm saying, some swag to them? Do you feel like they would date someone in their 30s or someone that's younger than them?
Do I feel like? I don't think that's a question about my feelings. I think there are men.
you think?
I think there are men who are in that range who try to approach me on a regular basis that I'm not interested in for reasons that I stated about emotional and mental health.
Okay. But I'm saying, do you feel like, or do you think that?
I think that my standards and my stakes in certain areas are higher than other women, and that has been my challenge.
That's been your challenge.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you just proved him right again because he was like, women that's older, they got way more
No.
shit that they be talking
No,
about.
I'm just talking about the emotional and mental health, and that hasn't changed from when I was young to older. I think it'll take finding the guy who's looking for the thing that I'm looking for.
So let's say you do find this guy. Do you feel like you'd have to share him? Would you be okay with that?
No, I wouldn't be okay with that.
But you do know you end up having to share
I
him,
think
right?
there's
But
a
you
potential. I
understand-
think that I would potentially have to share anybody that I date
Not date. I'm talking about your man.
or marry. I would never be okay with sharing my husband.
You're not okay with it.
No.
But it
It's not
but
all
I think
okay,
I-
but would you
I've-
accept
I've-
it?
I've-
niggas that be in that.
I've shared men who had less.
Yeah.
Like what? Men wanting to be shared has nothing to do with me
Yeah.
or nothing to do with their status, nothing to do with their money. That's about the man. I think character is what differentiates that.
She right.
That has nothing like you making some money and thinking that I'm going to have to share you.
Well, that's what
please,
most men are.
Please
that's what
marry
most,
me.
That's what most
because
men who are making that money.
Because we're going to be sharing.
Who's gonna be sharing?
Me and you are going to be sharing.
Do you feel like a man making that much money is gonna want his girl to be shared by somebody else?
No, I'm not talking about sharing bodies. I'm talking about when I divorce you, sharing your money.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
You know what?
Please, unless I'm in a situation where I'm telling you that I'm okay with this, no, that's never going to be a conversation where I'm going to sit and say, yeah, that might happen. No, because honestly, that's not me. That's not me. And that's not the person, that's not the person who I'm going to be with who's going to respect me. And I know many men and women who are in a relationship right now, that's not the narrative. Do people make mistakes? Do things happen? Yes. But we're not entering a room talking about marriage and talking about infidelity in the same sentence as if it's casual. And if that is a sentiment that you have, or you think once you reach 34, 35, that's where you get, I suggest you get married today.
Well, that's when, see, like I told you already, men don't have a biological clock. As far
men
as
that have your mindset don't, because there are men who want families and want to be married and want to be a certain age before they start raising children. If you think women are disposable at any age, or you think that you can do anything at any time, if you think life isn't going to catch up with you, then that is what you're still pretty young. So you have your narrative.
But
can do that. But I know men who are my age who are just a few years older than you who don't share that sentiment. That make money.
Did I say that women are disposable?
That is, I don't know if you know if that's how it sounds, but that's how it sounds.
No, that's how it
comes off. We just breeders in this bitch.
No, because you're coming from an emotional standpoint.
Because men say, "What do you bring to the table?"
Because I didn't say
that. What do you bring to the table?
I didn't say that.
Men say, "What do you bring?"
You said that.
Men that talk the way you talk. Mm-hmm. Speak the way you speak, generalize the way you generalize, have the ideals that you have, will then alternatively say, what are you bringing to the table to the girls who do just want to get the bag, want to have a baby, want to lay up? And if they don't have nothing to say, then you looking at us, the ones who have the jobs to make the money, who have the education.
Well, this is the thing. Most men don't care about a woman's money.
Here we go with the most. Guys, because I meet a lot of men. The first thing they ask is
your money is your money.
Listen, no,
my money is our money.
But you just said most men don't make that much money, right? Most men cannot manage or handle an entire family in their home. I meet a lot of dudes that say, "What do you do for a living?" Why do you care what I do for a living if you're not worried about my money?
Well, that's not the guy.
Because the men who I meet that don't ask that, I already know what's up.
Well, those are the men that you're not
going to block.
So, you don't want those. You don't want those.
Are you dating right now?
So, Matt, you feel you don't care what your woman does as far as career wise goes. You just want to know.
I'm not saying you gotta be a lazy ass chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, have something going for yourself.
You want a wife
be fit, friendly, and what else did he say?
Feminine, fit, and friendly.
Feminine, fit, and friendly. Yeah. So basically, you're okay with your woman not working, right? Taking care of the home, cooking, cleaning, raising the kids. Making sure you're good at all costs.
I love traditional values. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when the world was at its best, it was ran off of traditional values.
And what are traditional values?
Where the woman stayed home and raised the kids, and the man was going out working and coming home and.
So then, how do you feel about men having maternity leave now? Do you feel like that shouldn't be a thing?
Men having maternity leave?
I literally just had a guy at my job take a maternity leave.
Take it off with the parents. Yeah, with the wife, with the mother.
Why do you think that's good? Why do you think that's crazy?
You get time off too now. That's a win.
I've never heard about that.
It's new. It's new.
So I have a question. So if that is you like traditional values.
Why you research that, baby?
You like traditional values.
It's not common.
It is common.
Do you feel like young girls have that mindset of like that's what they want to do, be in the house, taking care of their man, having kids, all of that at that age? Do you think women value that? I can say personally that hasn't been something that I have been interested in since I was at least 30. Like when I was young, I wasn't trying to be at home taking care of nobody's babies.
That's because you've been brainwashed.
By who?
By feminism.
Who brainwashed me specifically? Rosie the Riveter?
Feminism brainwashed.
Tell me about it.
Feminism has brainwashed most women into thinking that they can just chase a career and put off having a family.
What makes you think that I'm chasing a career and putting off a family?
Women don't want a family.
Because what should I have been doing in this time?
I love how y'all just keep putting words in my mouth. Like,
but you have to understand the implications of your comments.
No, you're not listening to understand. You're
brainwashed.
listening to respond. That's the problem.
Ooh.
That's what a lot of men say.
You're not sticky again.
Because it's true.
But how?
I'm saying most women, yes, of course, most women Can we agree on this? Most women want a family and kids. Is that?
Yes,
Can we agree on that?
Most women want
Courtney, can
a
we agree on
family
that?
and kids.
Yes, April wants a family.
Okay, cool. Okay, great. But if you're trying to chase a career, right, and climb up the
The
corporate
idea
ladder,
of chase.
I'm not chasing a career. I will stop working today. Okay, I will stop working yesterday.
okay,
I
that's
just
fine.
happen to be educated and amazing at what I do.
And that's fine. But that takes years of work to get there.
Because
it
what-
didn't happen overnight, right?
No, just like whatever you do didn't happen overnight. What do you think that I should have been done in the meantime? Gleaning in the fields like Ruth? That's a biblical reference.
You got me too. I made the same face you made.
So what do you suggest women that are between the ages of 21 and 27 do in the meantime if they're not interested in chasing a career and they haven't found the husband of their dreams yet?
If you're not interested in chasing a career, just like you said, then yes, go find a man that.
But
can,
what if they're still like they haven't found it yet? What do you do in the meantime? Just like do odd jobs, like have no fulfillment in life
I'm
other
not saying
than
you got to be a broke, like lazy ass chick.
No, you don't have to
sitting
be
around.
lazy to not do
Yes,
anything
like,
that's
you got to work
fulfilling.
and make money, obviously, but a career shouldn't be the first thing on your mind.
But why do you think it's
If
the
that's what
first?
you wanna do.
But why do you think, for me, for example, why do you think that's the first thing? Why do you say chasing? Why has
you?
Yeah, you said you've been chasing a career. You've been brainwashed.
I didn't say you.
Okay,
I'm
so
saying,
so in general, I guess my question is, there's a narrative out there that specifically black women who decide to get education, possibly secondary education like masters and PhDs, are chasing a career and that they're not interested in having a family or finding a husband. For the women who are interested in chasing a career and finding a husband and they want to be educated, what do you suggest them do between the ages of 21 and 28 if they have not been married? Sit and wait?
no, you don't sit and
So
wait for
they-
nothing.
so,
Nothing's
but-
going to come
but-
to you.
but
So
getting
she's
a
supposed to be,
career-
like, out on the prowl.
But
and
getting
then-
a career looks like chasing a career, and it puts them back out of the realm of marriage and a family.
Exactly.
But so what should they be doing if it's not working?
Looking for a husband.
So
or
you think a
potential
woman?
partner
So you
that
think
can
a woman is supposed to look for a husband?
look for a potential partner.
When
that
the
can-
Bible
that can
says a
take
woman,
care of
a
you
man who finds
and
a
give you a
woman
family that
finds
you
But
want.
so what does a woman do to look for a man? So she should spend her days and nights looking for a man. Who's going to pay her bills in that time?
I just said you have to work.
So
Obviously,
what
right?
should she do?
Well, that takes.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead.
Let me finish. I'm not contradicting myself. I just said you can't sit around and be a lazy ass chick, right? Yes, you have to make money, but a
But you
career,
don't-
a career
Stop cutting
is
them off.
And not too much money.
a career. No, if you want to be a boss babe or whatever the case, fine. That's fine. But I'm saying that if you're trying to do that and start a family, bro, you can't have it all.
So
So
what
what
do they
you're
do in the
basically saying
meantime?
is like their
Well, that
career
comes-
shouldn't be
hold on.
like the center focal of their focus. Having a career,
If that's what
as
you
a
want,
woman.
if that's what you want, I don't have a problem with you making money. That's fine. Do what you want to do.
So my question is
and I'm
truly-
going to answer
yeah,
your
okay.
question. That comes with critical thinking on your part to see how you can find a man of that caliber that you want.
Find.
Find, yeah. How else you gonna get him?
Find. So
You go out and date and you look for the man that you
don't
that's
work, don't have a job. Fine.
Did you not hear me just say-
Because what I'm trying to get or understand from you is what the difference between is working, having a job, and
And look great.
and being and wanting a family and having a job. What differentiates those two? Like if I'm in school, you're saying like the girls who don't go anywhere, do anything but go to work and go home and go to class and go home versus the girls that go to the bars, go to the clubs. Like what is the lifestyle difference to you?
Well, I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't.
Well,
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying
know
based on
how
what
you
you're
gonna
saying,
find a
because
man.
you have the
But
evidence
that
and the
takes-
research to
that
support
takes-
all of the other backings that you said. So tell me about the life that you think the women between 21 and 28 should do.
And like I said, I've already told you what
You
you should do.
haven't.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You didn't.
I said
no,
that,
he
that-
did. He said that in between time, basically, you should be trying to find.
Where do you find them?
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
that-
Let me
that-
just say
that
something
comes-
right quick.
That comes with critical thinking on your part.
That's crazy.
This is why them men be dating younger because they don't be wanting to get talked to like this.
but they
I didn't want to say it.
But they wouldn't get
No,
talked to
no,
like
no,
this.
no.
I
You're
ain't
not
gonna say
saying
it.
anything
No,
wrong.
they wouldn't get talked
They don't
to
like a
this
challenge.
because I've been 21 and 28. I've been working.
Shut up and listen.
Like I said right now, I love my job.
That's fine. That's
Love my
perfect.
job,
That's
but my
perfect.
career is not the focal point of my life.
And that's
So,
fine.
so
That's
just
you.
listen.
Go ahead.
I understand. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
I'm saying my career is not the focal point of my life. There are things that I want. If I met a man who's like I wanted to marry him, I would move to Africa today and have the babies today.
That's fine.
I have the life that I have because that hasn't happened, and that's where a lot of women are in their lives who have had the careers and who are now making all the money that it's only 7% left for you guys. And now there's a box that these women are in that they made the careers the highlight when that's not always necessarily the case. It's just that's how life has happened because they haven't met someone worthy of sitting down for.
I talked about this last time I was here. It triggers some people, obviously. I think Liv being one of them. But I said, women that make, climb the corporate ladder or, they have their own business, great. But the more money you make as a woman, the more doors close for you as far as finding a potential mate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I just
I
feel
agree
like,
with that.
I
do
feel
agree
like
with
I
that.
feel like
So
it's 50-50
to a certain
right
so
now.
to a certain
Depending.
to a certain
It
degree,
depends.
so to a certain degree, climbing that corporate ladder, it hurts you in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying here don't climb the corporate ladder. Do what you want to
I
do.
think it's
That's
the corporate
fine.
ladder that's bothering me.
Okay,
I think
whatever
I
the
get
case
what you
is.
mean. I
But
feel
as
like-
men make money, right? As men, and this is where we differ. Not saying that one is better than the other, right? But as men make money, doors open, so our options get bigger
For dating.
for dating. Yes, correct.
Because I think that women too, as the dating doors close, other doors open where dating becomes less of even something they desire, in the sense of if I wanted to have a baby, I can.
But you want that companionship.
Some women. But what I'm saying, the older you get, I know a lot of women who decide to adopt.
And you know what though? Can I
And this
honestly
is the
say,
thing, this is the
can
thing,
I
too.
honestly say,
Go
and
ahead.
I hate to say this, but like I'm at a point where I am 33, and if Amber and I do not have kids like together, I would be okay with like, okay, babe, we're gonna adopt then.
I
Like
know
that's
people
just
that
gonna
are
that's
like
just the
that.
route that we're gonna have to
And
go.
let's keep
And it's only because I can say I know that I am getting older, right?
And a lot of times women want the baby more than they want the
and
relationship.
it's not exactly, and it's not necessarily because my body can't produce babies, Mac.
I love how y'all generalize on your terms, but when I generalize, it's wrong.
It is not because I don't feel like my
That's
body.
crazy.
a lot
listen,
of women that I know. I'll say that.
When women make money, right? Let's be honest. Like a lot of them adopt this independent mindset, and that's fine. But when you start saying that I don't need a man now that I got money, because when women make money, they start to say that I don't need a man. But when a man makes money now,
I've never heard a woman say I don't need a man.
Never.
you don't hear women say I don't need a man. I'm independent.
I mean, I've heard Miley's new
Come
song.
on, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's stop this now. Now y'all just disagreeing to disagree. Like, let's stop this cat, man. This cat, bro.
Listen,
It's cat, bro.
I've never.
Let's-
Courtney,
Let's
you're
stop the
not on this
cat.
show.
Let's stop the cat, bro.
No, listen. To be honest, in real life,
That's cat, bro. That is cat.
All right, let me get some order in this bitch.
Now we just disagreeing to disagree.
No,
No.
I've never.
Yes.
I've never.
So women out here are just
I've
being
never.
being feminine women saying, "Oh, I want a man.
Never
I want a
heard
man."
a woman
Wait,
that I know
pause.
in my life, maybe on TV or
crazy.
Instagram. or
Pause,
internet.
Matt. They
The
always
deflection,
say.
man.
Hey,
Y'all just know I'm right.
hey, hey.
This is crazy, bro.
Listen,
This is
listen.
crazy.
You're crazy.
The only time, wait,
All the city
only-
girls, Meg Thee Stallion,
No, I'm
Cardi
talking about
B,
women.
Beyonce
Wait, you
saying
said not
you don't need a
famous
man,
people, right?
independent woman,
Matt,
but yet they go back to their
everybody
husbands at the end of the day.
I'm talking about people that I know in real
Sierra.
life. I'm not talking
everybody-
about.
Pause. Take a beat.
crazy,
Matt, the
man.
only time that
You said not
I have ever heard women
crazy.
say I don't need a man is after a man has dogged them out or done some
I was
disrespectful
sewing,
shit.
hustling, working for
And
the
they're
Mardi
just-
Gras. 100
I
volts
said
in New
order
Orleans,
about
I'm
50
outside.
fucking minutes ago,
Everybody
man.
talking
Let me get
about
some
boys
fucking
and
order on this
it's
bitch.
on
God
the-
damn.
Yo,
When
No,
you
seriously,
hear-
no,
it's fine.
seriously.
Y'all
Not
are
even.
triggered right now. I
Matt,
get it. You know
Matt,
what I'm saying? Y'all are
Matt,
triggered.
pause.
It's fine.
Wait,
Man,
when
I
you
ain't
hear-
triggered.
Matt,
Y'all
when you hear-
yelling like you've been peeking the
The
whole
truth isn't
fucking 3
always
minutes.
comfortable. The truth
Mac,
is uncomfortable
when
at
you
times.
hear,
It is what it
when you
is.
hear, Mac, when you hear women say I don't need a man, it's
girls
because
want a
they
man.
were with a man. They were with a man who has done some
Oh,
foul
my
shit.
goodness.
For instance, Miley Cyrus's new song "Flowers," right? She wrote that song after
You're
being
peeking.
in a marriage to a man who dogged her. And at this point, she feels like, I don't need a man. She never needed him, right? She has her own money.
Hey,
she has her
I don't
own
even.
career.
There it is.
Listen,
She has her own money.
I'm
But
gonna keep it.
she
I'm
didn't
gonna
feel
keep it a
like
buck.
that. She didn't feel like that until
I ain't even
after
trying to be
after he
rude.
played
I'm
her.
trying to. I'm listen.
3-on-1.
Guys,
This is an
listen.
ambush
We ain't never drinking on this motherfucker no more. I took one shot. I ain't been drinking. I'm the only one that's been chilling the whole motherfucking
Yo.
episode.
He's sober.
I
sober.
literally been chilling the whole episode.
Listen.
Listen. Yeah, we finna wrap this up. We ain't never go no damn hour and 30 minutes on this bitch.
Time. Don't do that.
No, it was a great time. It was a great time.
Great debate.
Let's wrap this shit up.
But just to end it though, Mac,
When there's a
I literally just
two-parent
don't
household.
even hold that thought.
I'm not even the one peeking right now, but you about to say it's me.
No, I said hold
She
the
might
thought.
feel different. That's fine. You might want to. That's amazing.
No,
But
I'm just saying I've never heard a woman say that. I've heard it on TV and like celebrities.
I ain't
heard it.
got
But
no
I thought you
control.
said no celebrities. Well, you didn't want us to talk about celebrities.
women say it all the time. It's in the music that's
No,
been
I'm
indoctrinated
saying
in these
in
women's
real
heads.
life.
The great
In
debate,
real
y'all.
life.
It happens more in real life because of the
I
celebrities.
don't know those women.
The great debate.
You know those women.
I don't.
I don't
Beyonce
even-
saying
this
this.
is it.
No, I'm talking
Sierra.
about in real life.
This is it.
Sierra?
She just made a song saying this is for the girls,
See,
and then she goes back to her
Why can't
multi-millionaire
they
husband.
girls?
Mac, what about the music that men make?
Sierra
We're
did
not
just
talking
get
about
called
the
out
music
for that
man
new
made.
song.
Now you're trying to deflect.
Come on.
We're not talking
Man,
about
listen, because everybody once we post the clips,
back on, man.
they're gonna be like, I'm so sick of this man versus woman shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the new topic?
that. You want to go viral, right? This
Fuck all here. I'm so over this damn
Y'all quality
episode.
content right now, man.
I'm so
is
damn
what they
over.
like.
It's a great episode
That's
though.
what they like.
This is lit.
I just feel like, Mac, you the bro. Love you regardless. You have some very
Crazy.
intriguing
Shock value
and
thoughts.
shock value thoughts. So your train of thought is very much
You got that SVT.
out of this
What is that?
world.
Shock value thoughts.
And
You got that SVT. Yeah, you
And
know
So,
me.
1 in 4. I'm gonna give y'all some more stats, right?
okay, give it to us.
Wrap them
Where you
stats
get your
up.
PhD at?
Wrap them
Where
stats
you-
up.
where you
No,
get your-
listen. No,
where you
no,
get
no.
your PhD?
Listen, now we gotta be respectful because the camera. We gotta be respectful. He gotta go.
on the clock.
So don't
y'all
go.
say
No,
this
I've
one.
been trying to stop. He been back there time I wrap this shit up. He been back there.
I want to hear it after.
Yeah, y'all can talk after. But this was a great episode. I really appreciate y'all coming on. Are y'all down to come back at an earlier time when we get it set
April, you
up?
feel more comfortable now?
You know
Oh,
they
I
love
was
me,
never
man.
nervous.
All right.
I was
Bring-
just ready,
Guys
to
and
meet
ladies,
the Big Mac.
Just,
we're
the
gonna bring
Big Mac.
April back one time without Mac, just so we can get a full woman's point of view. Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of agreements.
Yeah, just plug yourself.
I agree with some stuff that you said.
April, plug yourself. How can they find you if they want to keep up with
You don't
you?
want to find me?
You don't have to. We don't have to plug you if you
My
want.
name is Apreba814. That's APREBA814 on Instagram.
There you go. With
Mac,
Mac.
plug yourself.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, all social platforms at Project Mac. Thank you guys again for having me. I'm glad I came through and educated some folks.
Okay, Mac, educate them on how to spell your name though, so they know when they're
Baby,
typing
I'm
in
gonna put it up
Project
there.
Mac.
They don't need to do
Yeah,
all
they're
that.
gonna see it. They gonna
That's
see
how you know she don't be editing any other podcast because I put the
love you
names
guys.
up there.
We love you.
I love women. You know, I just want us. I feel like men and women are better together than apart. That's the only message that I'm gonna leave that with.
That's
Okay,
good. That's a great
good.
message.
That's
Great
amazing.
message.
Man, this was dope. Thank y'all again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Plug
I feel like
yourself.
y'all gonna need some tea after this, like to cool down your voices, all that damn yelling y'all was doing. But no emotions were involved while recording this episode, so they say. Yeah. But
We had a great studio audience.
follow us,
Great
Amber DW.
studio audience. I didn't
Yeah.
have to tell Courtney about 10 times. Shut it up.
Yeah, but follow me, Amber DW says. You can follow the says at the says __, but you'll see all that under the. You want to plug yourself because you be changing your name up every other day. So
Yeah, like 5
Why are
Instagram
you
accounts.
lying? No, I have one Instagram account now, y'all. One, it's been the same for the past 6 months.
What are you hiding?
Okay.
are we gonna plug it?
It's Olive.
Thank you. I mean, I'm gonna put it down there too. All right, thank you for plugging that. We out here, man. Thank y'all.
I ain't hiding shit, Mac. Okay.
I just wanna freak my mind.